It's so echoey in here.
Just a little bit.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is a very special episode 20 of 2G1C.
20, wow.
I'm here with Mike.
Back again.
I know, dude, that's what I'm saying. Episode 20, man. This is crazy, bro. And this is a very special episode. Love is in the air here at 2G1C.
Is that right? This is news to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basically, Mike doesn't know what we're going to talk about today, but
Oh, boy.
this is like, I'll preface it with this. All right. If you guys can see on the camera, I mean, my camera's pretty good, but I don't even know if you can see it. There's a mark on my face because I ran into something. Oh, and by the way, right now we are in our apartment complex clubhouse.
Yes.
And it's sweet. This place is like sick. This is a sick place to record the podcast.
Yeah, a little lobby room area.
And the
It's pretty
lighting
sweet.
is perfect. This is awesome. So I'm going to get comfy. But the other day, okay, I got this mark on my face because I was going out to my car, right? Or something like that. And this beautiful girl was walking by. Like, she was freaking gorgeous. And she was walking her dog.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, we just got out of the car from dinner.
That's right. And so she was walking by and I was staring for too long. And while she was looking at me, I freaking opened the car door into my face. And now I have a big red mark on my face from like cutting my face open from doing it. But
Not your best moment.
we are back. And like I said, love is in the air for this episode of 2G1C. I know, Mike, you're not familiar with what I want to get
I don't
into
think I'm prepared for
and
this.
all this stuff. But
No.
let me ask you something. How was your Valentine's Day, Mike?
You know, Valentine's Day, huh? You know, it was pretty...
Apart from us making out.
we don't have to talk about that. Other than that, you know, just living the Florida life.
Florida life?
That's what
right.
Valentine's Day was.
Basically, that's code for me and Mike didn't hang out with any females on Valentine's Day. But one of the girls back home hit me up and she was like, hey, every happy Valentine's Day. I hope everything's going well. I wanted to say I'm sorry for not going out with you or whatever. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I've heard all that before. But me and Mike didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. But the reason I said love is in the air today is when I was caddying the other day, one of my guys asked me this question. And so he was telling me about his son. And he was like, yeah, my son was supposed to be here to play with us, but he just got married. And I was like, what? How old's your son? He's like 21. I was like, bro, I'm 22 and I don't even know what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about it a little bit. And he asked me the question, do you think you're ready to get married? And I was like, I don't know.
Right.
And basically, I kind of told him, I was like, with me saying I don't know, I think that means no.
I don't know is no, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And so basically, one thing I wanted to talk about today is when it comes to being ready for marriage, the closest thing I've ever been to marriage is Mike.
See, guys, love is really in the air.
So think about this, right? We're roommates.
That's not what I was expecting,
We
by the way.
spend every day together, right? It's almost like we're married. The only thing we don't do is make out and get after it. Sometimes. But basically, the one thing I wanted to go through in this episode is I wanted to ask you a couple questions about me.
Sure.
Okay, when it comes to like living together and living with a roommate and quote unquote, because I think it's pretty similar to marriage. Kind of. I mean, we don't like love each other, but like, do you get what I'm saying?
This is taking a very unexpected turn.
Yeah, because Mike had no idea what we were talking about, but I think that's great because it makes for the best content.
It's more organic, I guess.
That's right. So basically, like the first thing I wanted to get into, and sorry if you hear people talking in the background, we are in the clubhouse. But the first thing I wanted to get into was like, he was asking me if I was ready or whatever. Okay, and so one thing I hear a bunch is when they're going to get married and stuff, they're all like, I don't know what it's like to live with someone, so I want to live with them first and then get married, right?
Yeah.
But like all the people at my church are like, don't do that, whatever. Okay. But I think, you know, a good scale on where I am in that, you know, realm is your opinion on me because we live together.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I guess, you know, the first question I would ask you is, would you say I'm a decent person to live with? Be completely honest.
I would say yeah.
And okay, so, and why do you say that? Because I do think there are things that I don't do perfectly well. What?
Well, I mean, no one's a perfect roommate or perfect in this way or that way, I guess. But like, I mean, what are like your what would I complain about? There's nothing.
Dude, I don't feel like I do anything. I don't do the dishes. I don't get my laundry out on time. The only reason I get my laundry out of the dryer is
So I
because
can put mine
you're
in.
doing your laundry. I don't take it out proactively.
That's actually very relevant because I literally just told them before we did this that you need to take your laundry out of the dryer.
yeah.
But there's way worse things obviously than that.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not like there's. I mean, people. I'm not really all about having personal space and stuff like some other people.
Yeah.
Like, because we share a room and stuff.
That's true. That's a really good point.
That never really bothered me.
Yeah, no, I'm not, I'm not too much of a stickler about that either. Do you think when it comes to like cleanliness and stuff, do you think I'm like okay?
Yeah.
Be honest.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, just the dishes stuff, but like I don't always clean my dish either.
I
Like
see.
it's just laid in the sink.
Yeah, exactly. And then so
And then your Grant's very nice to sometimes do the dishes while we're all at work.
correct. Yes, true. He does come over.
We don't ask him to do it.
Mhm.
He just does it.
Yeah.
And that's very nice.
Which is very nice. One of the things that I've started doing, like if I don't go out to work until like 10 or 11, I'll wake up early and I'll read my book, right? And then I'll do the dishes, I'll clean up a little bit and stuff like that. When it comes to like living away from your family, do you prefer that?
Oh, I guess because we have polar opposite experiences down here.
Correct, because Mike is staying with me, my sister, my brother comes over, and my mom is down here, but she's staying in like another building, so she's not
Yeah.
really close to us.
Right.
But I have all my family down here. It doesn't feel that much different than like going on vacation with your family. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For you, I'm sure it's probably totally different.
I mean, it being just me and now, like, it's not like I didn't know your family before coming down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that at all. So, I mean, it's just like me going over to your house for the day or for the night or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, and kind of just an extended portion of that. Like,
I guess so,
What-
but like forever.
well, I guess, yeah. But like, when we were like having the talks about like getting a place and then, well, now Victoria's going to come
Mm-hmm.
or, now Grant's going to come.
Yeah.
It's like, there was never like a question like, can I like get along with these people?
Okay.
That was never like a question.
I see.
Because like,
Yeah. And Mike
already
is
did.
also a great sport. I want everyone to know that. Mike is the best sport in the world. I'm going to be honest, and we're going to get into some of these things here, but like sometimes I'm like a total dick to Mike, and Mike is like such a good sport about it. It's freaking awesome. You know what I'm saying?
patient, I guess.
Yeah. Is that your phone button?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, sorry. But yeah, like but no, Mike, you've been awesome, dude. Like, obviously like we've been going out to eat and stuff, but you've been like buying candy and buying milkshakes for us, and I feel like one of the biggest things in relationships that people do that I think we do a very good job at, okay? Because we're married, is sometimes when people do things for each other, it works on like a one for me and one for you type system, right? I think we do a very good job of just like sharing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like with some of my other friends, right, if you go out to eat, you have to Venmo them back, or you have to do this, or you have to do whatever.
Yeah.
But I think we have a very great dynamic of like sharing when it comes to going out to eat. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's just no system.
But it's almost like unspoken, which I like. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then we're not keeping tabs in our head about like, oh, I did this for you and whatever.
This is stuff I never thought about until you brought this up, by the way.
What do you mean?
Like, just kind of like, that's just like how it worked.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
No, but like obviously we'll go back and forth, but it's never like oh, I paid for this perfectly here,
Right.
and then this dollar amount doesn't equal this. I think we have
Yeah.
a very good system of like realizing that like, and this is one thing that they say is good in marriage, is like every relationship, someone is always going to give more and someone's always going to give less. And then that person is going to give more and the other person is going to give less. And I think we do a very good job of like, we both recognize that the reason we're down here is because of each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think we both appreciate that, whether it's subconsciously or not. There's kind of a subconscious respect.
Yeah.
You kind of get that?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get what you mean. Yeah.
But this is what I'll say, is sometimes when I don't get what I want, sometimes when I don't get what I want, I get very upset.
Like pizza.
Exactly what I was getting at. So,
Like pizza.
so I looked up on Google the important things in a marriage, and I'll bring this all around because you guys are like, is Avery getting married? Is Mike getting married?
No.
None of us are getting married or whatever, but I'll bring it around full circle. Basically, I looked up important things in a marriage, right? And there's a million traits on here. But the two that I feel like I struggle with the most, okay, and I want to get your feedback on this. Most important things in a marriage from sources across the web. First one, it says compromise, okay, and the other one, we'll start with compromise, okay.
Okay.
I feel like when I don't get what I want, I get very upset. Can you
Now,
see that?
explain very upset.
So like, I don't know, yesterday when we were out to eat and I was like, Mike, let's split a pizza. And you're like, what kind of pizza do you want?
Yeah, that's why I sound like
I'm literally mocking you,
Yeah.
but and then I was like, I want Hawaiian pizza. And then you were like, oh dude, I don't do Hawaiian pizza. I'm like, what the frick? What the frick? You don't do
I
a
don't-
mainstream food
I-
item that many people like love?
I wasn't feeling the Hawaiian pizza.
Okay, but are you all right? I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time on this because people are way too petty about this kind of stuff. But are you like not a pineapple on pizza guy?
I've tried it maybe 3 times in my life, and every time I'm like, I could go without this.
You don't like it?
I'm just like, it's whatever. I don't get the hype.
I love it.
Like
dude.
people like pineapple on pizza. Like is the best thing ever, like to ever exist.
No, I think it's great.
And I'm like, okay, but like I just don't get the hype.
No, listen, I'm not like losing sleep over it or anything, but this
Well,
is what
no.
I'll say. Back in the day, and we talked about this. Do you remember Cece's Pizza? For all of our listeners
Yes.
out there, it was like a pizza buffet,
Yes.
and it was awesome.
Load up on the brownies.
Load up on the brownies. I would always get the mac and cheese pizza, and then I would get the Hawaiian pizza, and then they had like a bunch of stuff. A lot of that pizza was really gross. Like, you know, the ones that were like sat up there untouched for like hours.
Like the white cheese pizzas.
Yeah,
I never touched those ones.
That was disgusting, bro.
I always just feasted on the noodles, like the pasta and sauce.
Ugh, pasta?
Yes.
You went for the pasta,
Pasta.
bro?
I'll take pasta any day. Pasta is amazing.
From Cece's Pizza, though?
I mean, yeah.
That's ghetto, bro. That's rank.
I mean, we're talking about Cece's Pizza.
Whatever. Yeah, true. True. It's not like there's like a bougie, like,
Yeah.
whatever. But when I would go to Cece's Pizza, I would always get the Hawaiian pizza. Okay. It was my favorite. And then my dad loved Hawaiian pizza and it got me into it or whatever. But the reason I bring all this up, I like Hawaiian pizza. And yesterday, you didn't want to split one. So I was like, well, I don't want to get one by myself. Maybe that's me being self-conscious
I
or
think
whatever.
that is what he said. He's like, well, if you're not gonna get it or share it with me, then I'm just not gonna get it.
And do you remember what I said after you said that? I said that literally infuriates me. Do you remember me saying that?
Yes, but obviously I'm like, oh well, he's like playing into it. He's kind of kidding.
Yeah, but also sometimes I get really short with you.
Yeah, but then I'm like, I just play it off. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Correct. Because Mike is the chillest guy on the planet. Thank God for Mike. But when it comes to compromise here, I'll read you what it says on here. A willingness to compromise. There are 2 people in every relationship, and while you might prefer to do things your own way, if you want a healthy, happy relationship, compromise is key. Here's another thing that kind of describes what compromise is. The ability to compromise and find a middle ground is essential for a successful marriage. I feel like most of the time that you are super chill. But when I want something and then I don't get it, I'm not a big fan of compromise. Yesterday, here is a fantastic solution that could have taken place.
Okay.
If you wanted to get pizza, we could have just split it down the middle. One side could have been this and one side could have been that. But because I didn't get what I want, nobody wins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Because I just wanted a burger.
yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Well, would you have gotten pizza?
I just wanted the burger. No, I didn't want the pizza. Yeah.
Interesting. But I got very upset at Mike when he didn't get that pizza. All
See,
that to say, I want to get better.
You see how bad it is down here, guys?
That's what I'm saying. It sucks.
Yeah.
But let's see. I'm trying to think of another thing. Or like here's another great example, right? Is when I'm caddying and I know that I have the best club. I know that I have the right club for that person, right? And they're like, "Oh, I want to hit this." Well, in caddying, okay, the other day, it's very common to place bets against the other caddy. When you're looping down here,
Oh, you're talking about pulleys?
yes, you can play pulleys or, you can just take straight action against the other guy. And
Right.
so I was with this caddy named Lenny. And so I told Lenny on the ninth hole, I said, I want some side action on our bet. And he's like, all right, what you want? And I'm like, Lenny, I'm here for you, bro. Let's throw some money on it. And so he was like, all right, let's make it 50. So it was 50, whichever side won, got that 50, okay?
Yeah.
Long story short, my side ended up winning, but because I'm such a nice guy, I'm tooting my own horn, what a dork. I didn't make him pay up. Aside from that, my guy was hitting on this par 3, and I told him, I said, you are supposed to hit this club. This is what the book says. This is the best club to hit here. And he's like, but I don't feel confident with that. And I said, trust me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to like talk to him or whatever, right? I want to get better at compromising. Do you think, but I also think that to get this far, we've each had to compromise a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that being said, first topic, do you think I'm a good compromiser?
I'll give you a B minus.
B minus. So
Yeah.
I'm passing, but not with flying colors.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like every time like compromise, like
Yeah.
every time.
But I do
That's
think
like an A.
Yeah, but I do think sometimes I get short with you.
Yeah, but I'm just like one to like play it off or like I just act like I don't care
I
because
know. Yeah, true.
and it's honestly not that bad as it sounds.
Yeah, but I mess with you sometimes. Like so behind us in our clubhouse here, there's a pool table, and I literally called you a cheater, and I know when stuff kind of gets under your skin.
But I also like know when like he's just saying that. So I just literally just say nothing. I don't feel his like
Yeah.
trying to like get under my skin so I don't play as good.
Comment down below if me and Mike sound like a married couple. But compromise, and then the other one that I was gonna go into was this maybe doesn't apply so much to us, but I was gonna talk about sexual closeness. I'm just kidding.
I thought you were serious.
I'm just kidding. But
This is
I
couples
don't
therapy.
But I don't think that we argue a bunch. You know what I'm saying? Because
No.
you know what I'm saying? I think we have a good dynamic. A lot of people tell me that when they listen to our podcast, they say like the dynamic of you and Mike is great because you don't shut up and Mike is a fantastic listener. And then he also speaks his mind when he feels, it's appropriate.
I'm selective.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'd say so. But all that to say, I was talking to this guy that I was caddying with, sorry, back to my story, about his son and when they got married. You know what I'm saying? And so he was telling me about, and you can tell me about this too, is he
Sure.
said, Avery, what's your ideal life? And I was like, when it comes to marriage, he's like, yeah. And I said, well, I want a wonderful wife, and I want a white picket fence, aka like a suburban home. You know what I'm saying? I want a nice little cute dog, and I want some great kids, and I want to have enough money. I want to have enough money to be able to support my kids in their endeavors, and also to get my wife whatever she wants. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I told him. And he said, Avery, if I took you right now and put you in that spot, would you be the same person? And I'm like, well, no, I don't think so. And he's like, okay, we'll get rid of money. When it comes to character and, your character traits and whatever, do you think you're the same guy? And that was a very interesting question. And basically, the conclusion that we both reached is it's very important to be the first piece of your puzzle when it comes to getting what you want, right?
Yeah.
Moving forward. And so he talked about how, like, if you want this life, right? It's not like Superman got the suit and then he was incredible. He was a great guy before all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
these people that make content, these directors, these influencers, they're important people. Now, some of them are whack, but I'm saying, like, these people that are very successful were super motivated and successful and great long before that fame. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And so, basically, I thought it was very interesting to think about, character-wise, would I be the same person? You know what I mean? In both scenarios, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I guess one of the questions I wanted to ask you that I wanted to get your opinion on is, one, do you think, because we have a couple friends that have gotten married, okay?
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
also,
it's that age, I
do
guess.
you think, I wish we had someone that was married. Me and Mike are just spitting off the top of the dome. We're two dorks. Do you think that...
I could reach out, I guess.
I guess so.
But we should have done our homework, I guess.
So, first question, okay. Do you think that people are ever ready for marriage? You know what I'm saying? Answer that question.
Do I think
okay?
people are ever ready?
Yes.
I would say they feel like they're ready in the moment.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask you, do you think you are ready?
Do I think I am ready this second?
Yes.
No.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask you this. What do you think right now in your life doesn't line up with being a married man and having a happy family and all that stuff? Do you think there are character traits in your life, or, you know what I'm saying, that don't align with the guy that you want to be?
Yeah. So this is
That was a really gnarly question.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you for dealing with what I'm
this
putting
is
you
this
through
is
right
like
now.
this is like life reflection.
And like I said, this is off the dome, so whatever Mike says, it's a... Yeah.
So I would say, like, do I feel like I'm ready this second? No. Why, or what would change that? I mean, I would say being more, obviously, it's kind of relevant right now.
Being more sexy?
Stationary.
Is that what you were going to say?
Say what?
Being more sexy?
That's not what I was going to say. But
Not Mike.
if we can add that if you want. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mike, you're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, like, no homo, but like,
Yeah.
I
Thank
think
you.
you're a good-looking guy.
Oh, thanks, man. Really appreciate that.
Mhm.
See, now I lost my train of thought.
I asked you, do you think there are traits that you don't have now, or that you have now that don't align with, being a married man or being in a good relationship later?
I mean, really, first thing that comes to mind when it just comes to that in general was, I mean, obviously, like right now, it's more relevant now, not forever, but like need to be more stationary, not
Going to Florida
and back.
coming back, yeah.
Like, that kind of makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because, obviously to make relationships and have that relationship, you need to kind of most likely stay in one place.
Yeah.
Another thing is, what I've always been told growing up is, Michael, I always want you to really get married when you have a nice, out of college, a nice career job, and, you have some money in your pocket and you just have good stability.
A gold digger? Is that what your mom wants? A gold
No,
digger?
I'm not saying my mom or dad, or I just said family.
Okay, whatever. Sorry. It definitely Mike's mom, but I don't know. But no.
But I would say that's true, where some job stability was always on my mind. Even like through, like, I'm like, for as long as I'm in college, I'm not ready. For as long as I'm job searching, I'm not ready.
Mm-hmm.
For as long as I'm traveling north and south, I'm not ready.
I see.
But character traits, like, because I know that's what you were asking.
Yeah. But I think your answer was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I would be lying if I said that's something I think about.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean because we're very, we're doing a lot of things down here and we're caught up in what we're
Because
doing. and all that
lately my
stuff.
life has been very living in the moment.
Yeah, which has been good,
Yeah.
which has been good, and I think a lot of people like. No, never mind. I think that's awesome, Mike. I think that's really great.
Well, I think part of that is I've never been more stress-free in my life,
Really?
to be honest.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
I feel like there's just a lot more weight on your shoulders back home for different reasons.
And why?
I mean, not that sounds like it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's good and bad. I mean, I'm just here because that's what's different between you and me down here is I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
Not literally by myself,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I would say from, my long-term friends and family. I know like you're here and your family's here and stuff, but you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just like,
I do know what you
you
mean.
don't have like a huge bubble around you and other things. Like I'm still in school, but like, I'm not like physically in school and stressed with that. And it feels more like a back burner thing
I see. I like that.
because you're not physically there every day.
You're spreading your wings.
Yeah, basically.
That's sweet.
We're this is the stage of growing as a person, as an individual, and living on your own, and learning more about yourself and the world. And I think I'd be certainly a different person once we head back.
Dude, yeah, no, I think that's great. And I think
for
like
good, hopefully for better.
it's almost like you're reading my mind. And so one of the things I wanted to get into is like, I think it's important to find out who you are
Yeah.
before you go in and get into a relationship with someone else. I think that like when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, dating people and stuff, I would find all my value and fulfillment in them. You know what I'm saying? And then you get so much of that, and then you start to suck the life out of someone because all you want is their approval and their commitment or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think being down here, I think for both of us, we're just realizing what we like and what we care
Yeah.
about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And although I am here with my family and all that stuff, I'm not with them every day.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's been really great for us to like, people say like when they get out of college, they go like backpacking in Europe to find themselves or whatever.
Or they take like a gap year and they like travel the world.
Yeah,
or
no. But I think
something,
that but I think that this has been really great for us to like find out what we're interested in and what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure. I'll ramble real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I was catting for, a couple guys. This was a couple weeks ago, and he just wanted to know who I was, and meaning like, what are you outside of work?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, well, this is my first time really being out on my own and like really like exploring what's out there, and also like working full time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in school full time. I am just enjoying down here in Florida where it's, crappy in Ohio right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm working on work full time, school full time, and I'm just enjoying, every day,
Yeah.
like progressively, like in the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to what it brings for as long as we're here and back home, and what kind of I learned from it and what will benefit for me and stuff like that. And he's like, you really sound like you know what you're doing. And you sound like you're really driven to and really in control of life.
Mm-hmm.
And my answer to that was, I'm glad I made you think so.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Because
I've had a lot of people say that to me as well. Like, wow, it sounds like you're doing really well for yourself, or you know what's going on.
I'm glad you think that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this has all been like off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just making this up as we go on.
Because we planned this maybe 4 months, maybe a little longer, 5 months before we actually came down.
Yeah.
So it was very...
Maybe not spur of the moment.
No, but like for moving across the whole country, it kind of.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Yeah, dude. No, bro. I think that's freaking awesome, dude. And the fact that you say you've been really stress-free, man, I love that, dude. I think that's awesome.
And, we had the conversation, about like feeling really stressed right now about whatever, but then we're like playing pool.
That's what I'm saying. And then we count our blessings and we're like, look at where
Yeah.
we are. Look at what we're doing, man.
But like, but I realize, what is there really to be stressed about?
Yeah.
And like, there's like what we're stressed about here and there, about whatever it was at the
Mhm.
time. It's like, you just kind of makes you realize you have it good.
That's what I'm saying. And I think, being down here, it's great perspective because I think when we go back home, like, it kind of shows you how much things don't matter as much as you thought. You know what I'm saying? Like back home, like that was our world and that was everything. But coming down
That's all we
here,
knew. Yeah.
yeah, no. But I think coming down here, it's just new things and we learn new things about ourselves. Like, one of the things that I've learned about myself is like I love getting up in the morning and like reading my book and like taking my time.
Yeah.
One of the things that we looked at biblically at church before we came down here is one of the biggest traits of Jesus Christ is like he was never he was he was the busiest man on the planet, but he was never hurried or rushed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was very present all the time. And I think one of the things that me and you have gotten really good at down here is just being present all the time. Can you kind of
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
see that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's been awesome being down here. And I think like, the part of like kind of finding yourself, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a very big thing, sorry. And the reason, I kind of made this episode about relationships is the other day, coming down here, I don't know if Mike had this expectation, but I kind of set this for myself. I didn't want to go out to a bunch of bars. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on that stuff, but I didn't want to get into a bunch of relationships with a bunch of girls because down here, they're really gorgeous. There's a couple in our complex that are like, yeah, I know, don't want to like get ourselves in trouble or anything, but like I was saying, like I wanted to try and take a bit, come down, make some money, make some content, relax, enjoy life, and it's been freaking awesome, and we've been doing that so far. But the reason I, brought up like being ready and all this stuff is I thought, when it came to girls and coming back home, I'd be very stoic. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh, wait for the right one or whatever. And then this one texted me, okay? And I got all excited and I got all giddy and I got all whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like right back to square one. She texted me and I was like, this is sick. This is awesome. And then I was getting my hopes up and then she wasn't texting me back and I was getting like nervous about it. And then I was like, dude, take a breath and relax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the one question I asked you before, do you think, I don't know, I don't know if I'm going to marry this girl, probably not, but you know what I mean? Like, or not, but like the question I asked you before of like, do you think anyone's really ready for something like that? And being down here, I think that being by yourself is the best way to get ready because being down here, we've been able to kind of find who we are, what we value, what we like, what we treasure, and to take that and be able to give that perspective to someone else. And I think being down here for our 6-month period, not that like this is like marriage boot camp or whatever, but I think it's been really, really good to find myself. And I think when this girl texted me the other day, it was a good reminder that, although I'm still not you know what I'm saying, the man, I'm getting better, but I still have stuff to work on. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that no one ever gets married with the intention of being ready or thinking they're ready. I think it's all just feeling based.
Yeah. It's all feelings
Kind of.
for the most part.
Yeah, no, that was kind of like a random parallel.
Some people get married in months' time of dating because they feel a certain way.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're ready.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean. My
That's just a general thing. That's not like towards everyone.
Yeah. But no, all that to say, I think being down here with you has been a very good, I've had to like pick up after myself and, you know what I'm saying, and like do all that stuff. Obviously, like we haven't been perfect. Like we need to go get groceries. We have no food.
Yes, but also we've been going out to eat recently and been very nice because we've been going out, with your family to dinner, and your mom's been very gracious to
Yeah.
pay, and
No, man. But we love having you around.
and that's why I'm like, I got the candy, I got the milkshakes, I
Yeah.
got the whatever,
Yeah.
the dessert,
Fire.
whatever,
Yeah, no.
because I just feel like I got to give back a little bit because I'm just
I mean, you don't have to, but
no, I just feel like I want
Yeah.
to. It's because I want to.
nice. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. But no, man, it's been awesome down here. And I think, all that to say, when we get back to Ohio, it's go time. We're in the rush to get married.
Yeah. We're rushed, all right. Yeah.
But no, I'm just kidding. But, all that to say, I think the moral I kind of wanted to take away is when this guy asked me, am I ready for marriage and am I ready for whatever? I'm going to kind of broaden that question. I think there's a lot of things in life that I didn't think I was ready for, but I think have turned out incredible because we've done them.
I didn't think I was ready to move.
That's what I'm saying. Do you remember, okay, crazy story. Do you remember when you were working at McDonald's and I wanted you to come caddy? And
Yeah.
you were like, I don't know if I want to because I'm so comfortable at McDonald's. That was your...
That's exactly what I said, by the way.
That
Yeah.
was your choice word. And then
Yeah.
you started caddying, and it might have been one of the greatest decisions, one, I've ever made to like talk you into it, and two, for you to do it.
Well, I think I've definitely said that to you at some point. Like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I think because I wouldn't be here.
Dude, yeah, and I can agree. Same with you as well.
And would in I don't know, Atlantic City a couple times. Obviously LA.
Yeah, dude, LA was sick.
And I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
The
like,
smaller places, Pikewood in West Virginia.
so many incredible life experiences that came from something that we were like, we're not sure if we want to do that or not.
Yeah. And that's it. That is why I said, I'm like, well, I've been there at the time, I think I was there for maybe 4 years. I'm like, I'm comfortable where I am.
Yeah.
And I said that a lot back then.
Yeah.
I did.
No, and I think, yeah. But I think, we've both been getting out of our comfort zone a lot. And I think the fruit that comes from that, the benefits that come from that, you can't lose. Because if you get out of your comfort zone, you'll either learn a lesson the wrong way or you'll learn a lesson the right way. But either way, you learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? And kind of back to what I was saying of like, I think that when it comes to wanting to be ready to do something, there was this quote that I saw in this video, and it said, start before you're ready. And some inspiration, maybe not marriage, but I think marriage is kind of a good segue that we talked about today. Very interesting topic coming after Valentine's Day and all that stuff. But
It's, the 17th.
yeah, but well, dude, you're literally exposing me because this episode's gonna come out tonight, and I have to edit it, and it's gonna come out tonight.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, whatever. But no, I think starting before you're ready is great. I think, when it comes to content, when it comes to caddying, when it comes to all this stuff, nobody ever feels ready. You know what I'm saying? Because if you felt ready, then you would be comfortable, and then you would want more. You know what I'm saying? But I think with us coming down here and all that stuff and living together and stuff, they're just new experiences that help further us in life. And I guess we'll talk about this a little bit because it's a little interesting, and then we're going to end the episode. I'm not eager to get into a relationship or anything like that. I don't know about you.
It shouldn't be anything. Feel like you're obligated.
Yeah. Obviously, when it's Valentine's Day and you're looking at everyone post and you're like...
There's like one day out of the year where it's like, okay, well, maybe.
Yeah. But no, I think like right now, like I'm not super motivated to like be a delinquent when it comes to girls and stuff. And I think that's been good because I've been able to take some time, breathe, wake up in the morning, read my book, wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, and you know what I mean? Just like take my time and just slow down a little bit. Like when I was younger, I used to talk a bunch and go super fast and all this stuff. But I'm starting to realize that like I like slowing down. I like reading my book. I like sitting down, coffee, breathing. You know what I'm saying? As weird.
It's pretty sweet
as that sounds. Do you think you're super eager to like get into a relationship or anything like that?
Eager? No,
Mm-hmm.
nothing should be rushed or forced or like, I need a girlfriend.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm never really like that per se. Like if it's meant to be, then
I don't think that you've been like that either.
no. Like if it's meant to be, or if it was meant to happen, or worked out, then like that's awesome.
Yeah.
But if it just falls through or whatever, like that's okay too. Like it shouldn't like ruin your week.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind
like
of a dork,
like it can suck,
yeah.
and it does.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks when a relationship doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But like getting for like future sense of stuff, like it. We laughed about the Valentine's Day thing. Like, that's the one day out of the year where it's like, well, maybe I should really have a girl.
Yeah.
But like,
But that's real.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly a social media thing, I think.
No, most definitely. Just a flex.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I feel like, I mean, think about this. If the majority in divorces today end in what? If the majority of marriages today end in divorce, then I feel like all these relationships can't be popping. And I think a lot of the work that will help us later in those parts are being done now when we're by ourselves and learning what we want and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know why most people get divorced, right? Money.
Really?
Yeah.
Broke?
Just, I mean, could.
That's why you can't be broke. There you go. But
Everybody's your, well, there
yeah,
goes
I
the
know.
camera. But
Camera just about turned
everybody's
off,
your
but
friend until money's involved.
something like that. But
You know,
like Mike just said, the camera just died. Mike, when it comes to moving forward and learning about yourself and being able to, I don't know, just whatever. If you wanted the person listening, the two people that are still listening, to know anything, what would it be, Mike?
about
Just
Just
anything,
me.
man. Just spit something. I don't even care, bro.
I think one thing I'll say, I guess, real quick is
Yeah.
we talked about me always trying to be or do something that was like in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I would say the last 3 years or so has been anything other than that.
Yeah.
And it has helped me grow as a person,
Yeah.
helped me, do so many great things. And, it's honestly been some of the best years of my life so far.
That's freaking
And
awesome,
I mean,
dude.
we're right here in Florida right now, sitting on a couch,
Yeah.
talking about over here, wanted to start a podcast X
Mhm.
amount of months ago. And here we are doing it.
Why not just do it, man?
Why not just do it? That's what Avery
Freaking
says.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome, Mike. No, dude, I think, the most interesting point is like you've gotten out of your comfort zone and you've done all this stuff and you're the least stressed you've ever been.
That's right. Florida has made me the least,
I
stressed.
mean, the warm weather helps and all that stuff, but
Definitely. And just, knowing you have a job that you love to do
yeah.
and still be productive with, school and still being able to talk to your friends and family back home and eventually you'll see them again. It's like, life's great.
Life is great. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything that you want to do, just go do it. And if there's anything you don't want to do, then don't do it. This has been episode 20. Can you believe that?
Gets better.
Episode 20
Gets better and better.
of 2G1C. If anyone can tell me where this outro song is from, I'll give you $20. This is a deep cut right here. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been 2G1C episode 20 with my best friend of all time. It doesn't get much better than this.
No,
We
it
will
does
see
not.
you guys next time.